Hello everyone, Science 1 Standard 10th, Lesson number 3 Chemical Reactions and Equations. This is 11th video of this lesson, and in this video we'll see endothermic and exothermic processes and reactions. Endothermic process. Heat from outside is absorbed during some physical changes, for example, melting of ice, dissolution of potassium nitrate in water. Therefore, these are endothermic process. Means in endothermic process, heat is absorbed. Okay. And dissolution means dissolution is the process where solute, whether it is in gaseous, liquid and solid state, dissolved in a solvent to form a solution. So in endothermic process, heat is absorbed. Now exothermic process, which is exactly opposite to endothermic process. In this process, heat is given away during some physical changes. For example, formation of ice from water, dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water. Therefore, these are exothermic process. Means in exothermic process, heat is given out. Heat is released in the surrounding. So, this is very important. Heat is given out in the exothermic process. Now we'll see the process of dilution of concentrated sulfuric acid with water. How the sulfuric acid is diluted. What is the correct method to dilute the sulfuric acid? So, in the process of dilution of concentrated sulfuric acid with water, a large amount of heat is liberated. As a result, water gets evaporated instantaneously. If it is poured into the concentrated sulfuric acid, which may cause an accident. So, this is the wrong process, because which may cause an accident. A large amount heat is liberated. So to avoid this, required amount of water is taken in a glass container and small amount of concentrated sulfuric acid at a time is added with a stirring. So this is the correct one process. Therefore, only a small amount of heat is liberated at a time. So, to avoid this accident, we should add acid into a water with a stirring. Okay. So, keep in your mind that always add acid to water with a stirring. Some of the compound dissolved with the evolution of heat, and this causes increase in temperature of water. Means heat is evolved, heat is released, or we can say heat is given out during this process, and this is known as exothermic dissolution. For example, dissolution of sodium hydroxide in water. When we dissolve, a heat is released and temperature of water is increased. Next, some of the compounds required heat to dissolution, and this causes lowering of temperature, and this is known as endothermic dissolution, which is exactly opposite to exothermic. Here heat is absorbed. For example, dissolution of potassium nitrate in water, it lowers the temperature. Now, what is endothermic reaction? It is a type of chemical reaction where the energy is absorbed from the surrounding. So, we can say that endothermic reaction are chemical reaction in which reactant absorb heat energy from the surrounding to form a product. This reaction lowers the temperature of surrounding area by creating a cooling effect. Means in endothermic reaction, energy is absorbed from the surrounding. Now what is exothermic reaction, which is exactly opposite to endothermic reaction? In exothermic reaction, the energy is given out in the surrounding. So it is a type of chemical reaction where the energy is released energy is released into surrounding, means energy is given out. In the exothermic reaction, the energy of the reactant are more than the energy of product. Here is an example of endothermic and exothermic reaction. The first one, that is decomposition of calcium carbonate. Decomposition of calcium carbonate, it is an example of endothermic reaction. And calcium oxide plus water, it gives slag lime, which is an exothermic, which gives a slag lime which is called as calcium hydroxide. It is an exothermic reaction. So in this video we saw the endothermic and exothermic reactions. In the next video we'll see the rate of the reactions and the factors affecting the rate of the reaction. Thank you.